Hello and good evening to what is the very first UCL deadline stream I've ever done, and I don't know if I'm going to do another one other than the fact that... Oh, turn that down. My feedback's coming from my headset that I'm not wearing. But yeah, UCL Fantasy Match Day 2 deadline stream. Let's do it. Yeah, so look, I'm accidentally on Wildcard because I didn't realise that you could not reverse it. And my first season ever playing UCL Fantasy, so it's going to be interesting to see how well it goes. But yeah, I suppose let's have a look at the team, what I probably need to do. And if you've got any suggestions, please whack it in the chat because I've really got no clues about half the players in my team. And as we'll see, it probably needs a bit of help. So let's have a look at what it looks like currently. Hey, there we go. All right, brilliant. Yeah, so I've actually managed to fit the screen with the UI, and it actually looks okay, I think, judging from what I can see there. Hi, Harves. Good to see you on the chat, mate. Now, I have looked at your defenders today, and I was meant to get back to you. I just didn't get a chance to get back to you in the thing. So I'm going to actually actively have a look at the defense because potentially I might need to make some alterations because I just found out before, someone just left me a comment basically saying that second goalkeeper isn't actually the starter for Olympiacos, and the only reason why he was playing is because in the first game, the other bloke was suspended. So I think potentially I'm going to have to move him out. So I want a cheap goalkeeper, but I don't know who else to pick there. Is out for Real Madrid, is it? Who have they got? There we go. Get that off the screen. Thankfully that didn't show up. I'm getting messages on my screen and just outside of the screen, but thankfully it's not coming through on the actual stream. Mbappe might get rested today. You reckon? Is he? He's starting. There you go. Settle down. Settle down. No worries. That was just if you could help your keeper isn't going to play. Yeah, exactly. I need to get him out. So let's have a look at what we need to do here and let's try and get some players in. So if you can give me a cheap goalkeeper that's playing, that's 4 million and is not going to be conceding goals every single week, please let us know in the chat because I'm here to basically build my team based off what you guys tell me in the chat tonight. So I've obviously done a little bit of research myself and there are players that I want to potentially move out. Yeah. Also, I don't even know who half these players are and I don't even know if they're any good. So that's how good my knowledge of UCL Fantasy is. So we're talking about Yildiz from Juventus. Is he any good? Is this guy here, Baron, well, I don't even know how you say his name, Baron Chia, is he just a dud pick or am I like getting a little lucky there and going a bit wild with that one? No worries, mate. Just if you could, Milinkovic Savic from Napoli at for 4 mil is what I went for. Okay, interesting. Look at Marseille's keeper power. Good keeper for a good defense and rotates perfectly with Chevalier. Fantastic. Does he play tonight then? Hello, Avi. Milinkovic Savic, 100%. All right. Is he a defender, Milinkovic Savic, or is he a midfielder? I thought he was a midfielder, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I've lost the plot. All right, so let's do that first. So we're going to get rid of this bloke, and we're going to look at goalkeepers. And you guys said the Marseille goalkeeper. All right, let's have a look. It's going to take me an hour to probably build this team, to be honest with you. All right, Marseille. So I'm assuming it's Rulli. Rulli's the one I want, right? Rulli? It must be because he got 5 match day points in the first one. All right, it must be Rulli. All right, so I need to find 0.5 million already. All right, Milinkovic Savic. What position is he? Milinkovic Savic. Where is he? What position is he? I want to look at some of these defenders. Some of those defenders, you're right about. Is Hodgson starting for Real Madrid? Anyone know? I haven't bothered checking the lineup. Is he playing today? All right, let's get rid of that. And we want to change. Just go. Let's go. No, just click that off. Oh, that bit there's all right. So we want Hodgson. Apparently, someone said he was good. I'll have a look. And I think like you could be right. But who do I drop for him? Quenda maybe. Quenda maybe needs to go for Hodgson. Lautaro over Haaland? No, I don't think so. I think that's, I'm just spending up on the forward line because I feel like all 3 forwards could absolutely pop every single week. Oh, he's Napoli's goalkeeper. Oh, I didn't even realise that. I thought he was isn't there a bloke that plays in midfield called Milinkovic Savic as well? He used to play for like Lazio or something like that. And then he went to Saudi Arabia. I'm pretty sure. All right, yeah, he's starting. Hodgson, brilliant, fantastic. All right, let's get into that. Let's look him up. Hodge. Oh my God, I can't even spell his name. How do you spell him? H. Oh, there he is. All right. Which defender do I drop for him? Do I drop one of the PSG blokes? Dennis Barbie, pretty much sure he's on pens. Okay. Hodgson's starting. Move Quenda. All right, move Quenda. Yeah. Hello, Spidey. They're brothers. That makes a lot of sense now. That makes a lot of sense. I was like, who the hell is this guy? All right, let's get rid of him. Let's get in the old Hodgson. All right, there we go. We've got that. We're back on. We're back on. We can afford this lineup now. All right, let's have a look. What else we got here? Trubman, Hakimi, Calafiori, Hodgson, Olfamendi, Quenda, Salah, Trincao, Simmons, Haaland, Mbappe. Depending on how many moves you made there, Jack, to be honest with you, I'm wildcarding myself, but that's mainly because of my own stupidity. And I was mucking around trying to see what would happen if you pressed the wildcard button and it just automatically activated and I couldn't take it off. So it was like one of those things. Is Saka playing and which Arsenal defender most likely to play? I've just gone with Calafiori because he's cheap. That's the only reason why I've gone with him. It's because he's cheap. No other reason. And if he plays, he's probably playing 60 minutes or he's probably not playing. So that's my idea there. Keep him. All right, yep. All right, fantastic. Enzo going to cook for real. Yeah, he probably will, Spidey. You're probably right. I actually think Enzo's great for FPL, let alone in the Champions League. Also, João Pedro apparently is a bit of a doubt, which I thought was interesting as well. So that's also interesting. So Mendes and Hakimi are good, but they have the worst fixtures in the whole list, in my opinion. I'd keep one, but not both if I were you. All right. Okay, I'm open to that. I did think about that. Taking a Gordon punt nightmare better be yes, I like it. Obviously can return against anyone, but the clean sheets will be poor. Yeah, you're probably right. All right, let's get rid of one of them. Which one's probably better to keep? Hakimi or Nuno Mendes? I feel like Hakimi's the better one to pick. But hold on, does he go away for the African? So he's an. Actually, so Hakimi should be going away for Algeria. No, Morocco. Is he Morocco or Algerian? I can't remember. He's probably going away for the African Cup of Nations, so he would be a transfer out. So I think potentially they've been doing it. Oh, if that's your team from Game Week 1, I don't know. I'm not sure what you should do. The chat will tell you because they've probably got more of an idea than I do, to be honest with you. And the chat is a very engaged chat, so we should be sweet. I prefer Mendes, but you call... Yeah, exactly. It's all right. I think I've taught myself enough. Let's get rid of Hakimi. We can free up some money there. Brought in Romero and found out he didn't travel. UCL FPL. It's all the bloody same. It is. It really is. It really is. I can only do FPL. That's enough to deal with. Morocco. There we go. So, yeah, he's going away to the African Cup of Nations. So, that's probably the smart player to get rid of. And Nuno Mendes is obviously Portuguese, so he should be fit and available. All right, so I need another cheap defender. Who said Berendishib or something before? Where does he play? Let me double check the chat. Berendishib. Where are we? Yeah, what's good, bro? Nice to see you also. Yeah, I know. I thought I'd do a stream. I'm on holiday, so my what do you call it? My sleeping pattern's completely wrecked because I've been watching the football till like 5 a.m. and then going to bed. So I woke up at like 2 p.m. today. Give us a break. I know. I need a break from FPL. Actually, having said that, my bus team of anyone who's in the WhatsApp group chat is actually top million. I've not made a transfer all season. So the team I'm actually using for all my content is doing really poorly. But the one that I've deliberately played very differently is sitting in the top mill and I've got 5 free transfers, which is interesting. But I did cover that in Monday's video. So if you want to check that out, just go and have a look because it's unbelievable how well that team's going. It's been so lucky as well. Do we know if... Oh, surely he's starting. I don't know. You'd think so, surely. No, apparently Mbappe's in the starting lineup, Spidey. It's already out. I have Christian Romero and it says he's injured. Oh, that's interesting. Villanova is in the starting lineup, buddy. 4 million defender for Atlanta that plays as a left mid. Great for attacking turns. Will free up your cash a bit to upgrade Trincao. All right, very good. Let's do that. Bellanova. All right, let's do that. Bellanova. Bella. Oh, yes, I see. 1% owned. Lovely stuff. All right, we've got 2 million now, boys. 2 million. I feel rich. I feel very rich. We can get someone for 8 million or for Trincão's spot, or we can get rid of Baron Chia and get someone for 7 mil. So, again, let me know what you're thinking. Romero's an engine is... yeah, exactly. This is the problem. With those big six clubs, their squads are so deep. It's just going to be mad rotation across the board, let's be honest. Carter's cooking at FPL. Time to maybe use it for UCL. I know, right? Where is the bloody thing? Oh, here we go. We've got the card. It is around. It's ready to make some stupid calls. Maybe this is where it gets its redemption with my team. It keeps on screwing me over every week at the moment. Benasabi. Let's have a look. Got Mbappe and Vinny with no chips cooking. Lovely. Ademi. Yeah, he could be really good for Borussia Dortmund. Let's have. I did look at him. He's 7 mil. Yeah, I know that. Why does it? Oh, that's why I was after. All right, let me have a look. What are his fixtures like? So Atletico Madrid. Oh yeah, the fixtures aren't too bad for him. Actually, they're pretty good for him. Let's be honest. Is there any inter midfielders that are any good? I don't even know if there's any inter midfielders that are any good. To Vinny. I don't know if Vinny's a good pick. Vinny's already got benched in match day 1. I'm not sure if he... I'm not overly sold on Vinny, to be honest with you. Like, I'm unsure who to captain between Kane and Mbappe, but I feel like Kane could be the bench for Jackson because Bayern play Frankfurt soon. Ooh. Yeah, you could be right. Originally, I was going to go Mbappe, but then lots of people have been getting in the comments basically saying that Kane beats up on crap teams like this, and maybe he'll just go big. How much I got to pay for that card? Better than all the AI. I know. Honestly, I sit there and like I do the late mail every week, and I sit there and I go, surely this is the week where the card just gets it wrong, and every week it gets more right than it gets wrong. So I'm like, there's got to be some sort of magic tip to it or something. Look at Calgary, mate. Amazing fixtures is on corners, on pens for Inter. 10-pointer in the first game. Okay. All right. Calhan. All right, Calhan. Let's have a look at him. Calhan. Oh, yeah. 7 mil. Nice. Oh, mate. Look at Inter's run. Like, other than like game weeks, match day 6 and 7, it's a pretty damn sexy run for Inter. Yeah, okay, it probably makes sense to bring him in. All right, let's get rid of Trincão. Let's bring him in. Transfer in. All right, so I've still got 1 million in the bank. I still don't know. Is this Baron Chia idiot? Is this guy any good? Does anyone know if he's actually any good? I know he got 11 points in the first week, and I looked at the fixtures and thought, they're actually not too bad. Other than match day 7 and 8, and I'd probably transfer him out for those two. But up to that point, it doesn't look too bad. Like Chelsea away, maybe not the best. Newcastle away, maybe not the best. But then Leverkusen at home, Ajax away, Napoli at home. I don't know. I've really got no idea who that guy is. I just picked him because I couldn't afford anyone else. Move Enzo, mate. What? I haven't got... Oh, is that what his name is, Enzo? I get that with Vinny. I was gutted he was benched, but now I know he's starting with no Mascherano in the squad. Defo okay. Okay, fair. Dortmund defender Benasabi. All right, let's go that. Get rid of that. Let's just go all clear. All right. Benasabi. All right, I see him. We're thinking he's good, eh? Who for? Against Carrot. Is Gula any good? Like, I thought he was just like a defensive midfielder. Is he like an attacking midfielder? Oh yeah, we can actually fit him in, to be honest with you. Let's have a look. Gula. But yeah, he only got 2 points in the first game. What did he do? So he played 73 minutes and did not much from what I can see. A master man. At the moment, I'm probably going to captain Kylian Mbappe because we know for 100% certain that he's starting. We don't know if Kane's starting, but I am tempted by putting it on Kane tonight, and if it doesn't go well, then potentially moving it to Haaland tomorrow. Benasabi is on pens, and I'd keep your current defense power. All right, okay. Yep, that makes a bit more sense. Yeah, I quite like the defence. I think the defence is actually quite well-rounded now. Dumfries, Calafiori, Hodgson, Nuno Mendes, that looks pretty good. It's just the midfield. This Baron Chia, I think we can do better than him, but I think we can do better than Gula. There's surely got to be someone else that's better than that. I know, Bateman, I'm exactly the same. I've got no clues about this at all. I'm relying on the chat. The chat are going to lead me to glory. They're going to pick my team for me and I'm going to hope that it comes in and does really well. And I'm going to claim all credit for it when I did absolutely nothing. That's the plan anyway. As a fairly attacking lad, plenty of assists this season, starting tonight on a great fixture, yep. Getting goals in the league or even scored for me in the 5-2 defeat. All right, brilliant. Put it on Harry Kane as the type of team to smash team 6 or 7-0. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they are the team that I might end up doing. All right, let's do that. Gula in. All right, I can actually afford that team. It doesn't actually look too bad either. We've got good coverage. The team's a little bit more spread out. We're not completely backed in on PSG with their rubbish fixtures. We've still got coverage of it. And we can rotate the goalkeepers night to night, which also works out quite well. Look at that. Look at this. We managed to get this ready together and with 55 minutes to spare. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Where's Van Nistelrooy? I know he might be in at Man United soon. Ruben Amorim could be getting the sack and away we go. Am I going to watch the Real Madrid game? Yeah, I'm going to watch him. I was actually tempted to do a live watch along of all the games that are at 8 p.m. But we'll see how we go. I can't promise anything. I have to see how tired I am by then because I woke up at 2 p.m. today and I'm wide awake at the moment, but I don't know what that's going to be like the longer we go off into the night. No United in the Champions League. Yeah, no chances. We're not going to be there anytime soon either. It's actually quite nice. I can watch the football and not have to worry about how crap my team's going. So that's nice. Southgate to United, I mean, that'd be enough to make me go and support Man City. I think if Southgate had rolled up at Man United, I'd be done. No chances I'd support him with that man in charge. I like it. I think it looks good. All right, let's lock this in. Let's review this. All right. Wildcard active. Very good. All right, so the other decision is whether we go Kylian Mbappe captain, who we know is starting, or we go Gula. Now, Hodgson's playing tonight. Mendes is playing tomorrow, so we'll get rid of him. Sub out. Do Inter play tonight? Or do they play tomorrow? Hold on, where's the matches at? Oh, it just showed me on the left, didn't I? I'm an absolute wally. All right, so Inter play tonight. Okay, let's go back here. Whoops. Let's go back to my team. Let's go back to... All right, so this bloke here needs to start. Who isn't playing tonight? All right, Arsenal aren't playing tonight, so let's get rid of Calafiori. Sub out. Did I just do that? Hodgson, sub him in for... Oh, Doku plays tomorrow. We'll just get rid of him for now. Haaland plays tomorrow and Rulli needs to go in for Cavalier. I think I've got that right. Let me see. Marseille. Yep, they play today. All right, confirm that. And then we'll go with Harry Kane, captain. Oh, you didn't have to Kane. Wow. Okay, so the captain saves automatically. You can't just... That's interesting. Very interesting. I'll be watching the Madrid game. Maybe watch that and see how you feel. I agree with the armband captain, by the way. Carried her a massive journey from Spain and played a nasty altitude, making it really hard for high-scoring games. Yep. Kane will pump Paphos. Love it. Tom on Mbappe versus Vinny captain. Oh, surely it's got to be Mbappe over Vinny, I would have thought. Mbappe's on penalties. That's the only reason why I say that. Surely Carriot versus Real Madrid would be one of the biggest mismatches. Well, you would have thought so, Bateman. You would have thought so, 100%. I'd be shocked if it wasn't a mismatch. If you're having one Atlanta 4 mil, you have the wrong wing back. Should have both. Cheat code. Yeah, I just don't know where else I'd spend the money. I'm actually quite happy with the rest of the team. But yeah, I was shocked. Imagine getting 79 points in your very first match of this game, and I can't even get above bloody 60 points in FPL this season. Ironically, the bus team got 71 points, which is mad. And it got Rice 9 points off the bench. It's ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Press the bottom left button to see where they play on opponent. Ah, okay. Bottom left button. Opponent. Oh, yeah. Okay. That makes a bit more sense. Yep. Click on the upside down triangle and change opponent to date. Hey, look at that. See, look, it's like intuitive AI. The chat are teaching me how to play the game. I love it. Fantastic stuff. Okay, so you can see October the 1st, October the 10th. They've already put Real Madrid and Inter Milan's like next fixtures in there for like next week. That's interesting. Do you own any t-shirts that have sleeves? I'll get you a few if not. Yeah, I do. I just don't wear them. And it's now gone into the warmer weather. So I've gone from wearing the jumper and the singlet to just a singlet again now. And the air conditioning's on to make sure I don't overheat during these live streams. This team is getting 100 points and I expect a thank you when they do. Halves, if they get 50 points, you get an abuse. No, I'll definitely give you all the thanks. I'll give you a shout out in the video, mate, for sure. You confused me for a second because the Aussie dates are one ahead. I know it's very off-putting, but unfortunately it's really annoying. There's no actual way of changing it so it looks like the UK and European dates. But because I'm living in the future, these games are actually in the future. It's a really off-putting thing, isn't it? It's really annoying because I sit there and I look at the FPL dates, right? So Friday night football actually looks at like it's a 3 a.m. kickoff on Saturday morning. So like when you look at the games, it just looks like it's Saturday and Sunday games and then the game on Tuesday because the Monday night game comes up as 3 a.m. on a Tuesday and you're like, what? So sometimes it's really trippy. If I'm looking on the weekend, I've had a couple of drinks like, when did Man United play? When am I going to be in pain? When am I feeling the pain this week? And then I look at the time like, going, that doesn't make sense. And then I look at it the next day and I go, they're actually playing tonight. Yeah, exactly. FPL offside, I'm the exact same. Currently debating wildcard with the likes of Rafinha, Casado and Shah on my team. Yeah, don't mind it. I'm like, should I be concerned I've got no Barcelona coverage? That's the only thing I can think of that I'm kind of concerned about because I know they're good. But I'm not sure that I really want them. And they've got PSG this week, so I feel like if I want them, it's probably transfers in post this week because I don't think they're going to be battering PSG. If I don't think PSG are going to batter them either, but we'll have to wait and see, I suppose. Mbappe or Kane captain and why? Apparently, according to everyone that's left a chat comment or a comment on the video this week, Danger, it's Kane captain, just because of the fact that Bayern Munich probably slaughter those kind of teams massively. Whereas Mbappe apparently is going to a place where it's high altitude and I don't think many are expecting it to be as high a score as people think it might be. Playing as a second striker, even better. I don't have him, but I really think you should keep him. All right, brilliant, fantastic. Well, they play PSG tomorrow, so it's not a massive miss. Yeah, exactly. Maybe consider Koundé, very attacking right wing back. Yeah, I've seen that. I remember when he played, who did Koundé used to play for in the Premier League? It was like Real Madrid or something. No, sorry, not Real Madrid. It was like Tottenham, wasn't it? I feel like he played for Tottenham. I could be wrong. I feel like he did. He played for someone in the Premier League before he went to Barcelona, from memory. My football knowledge is being put to the test here, but I think I'm right, potentially. Look, it is. Don't have to go to the deadline. I'm done. Sorted. Done. Dusted. FPL Ippy, good to see you in the chat, buddy. Good to see you in the chat. I'm actually excited about a fantasy game where I can't fall into the trap of picking a Man United player. So I surely must go better than what I will in FPL because at the moment I keep on falling for the bloody likes of Bruno Fernandes and Mbumo and Cunha. I'm a sucker for punishment. Not going for Pope, not in the UCL. Newcastle's fixtures aren't the worst. But I'm not sure they're the best either. Plus, he's more expensive, isn't he? Hold on, let me have a look. Pope. Let's have a look. Popey. Pope. He's 5 mil, yeah, so it probably costs too much money. They do have a nice run of fixtures, though. Like, Newcastle's run of fixtures is pretty mint. Like, Dan Burn could be all right in this as well, eh? What's he? 4.5 mil Dan Burn. What did he get in the first? Oh, he got 2 points because obviously Barcelona scored twice. I mean, Dan Burn could also be a really good pick. No denying that at all. He could actually be pretty decent. Benfica home, Union away. You'd expect probably 2 clean sheets, maybe. Marseille away, Leverkusen away, PSV home, Athletic Club, sorry, not Atletico Madrid, Athletic Club at home. And I mean, it's a pretty nice run of fixtures in Newcastle. You'd expect a few clean sheets there for sure. Hi, Chris, how are you, buddy? Pick ex-United players for Abley. No, McToast and Hoyland are on fire. What about Trippier? I mean, Lalex, Trippier could actually be pretty good, to be fair. I'm not going to lie. Bordeaux to Seville, the Barcelona. Yeah. Hi, Mark. How are you, buddy? Yeah, I've gone for Dan Burn. I mean, Dan Burn is tempting, but like, I quite like Dumfries. Dumfries looks fine, right? Like, he's got pretty good fixtures. I mean, he's got very good fixtures as well until about game week, match day 5, sorry. Then you'd probably transfer him out match day 5, potentially for a Dan Burn. And then Hodgson, I mean, he's got a very nice fixture today. Juventus at home, Liverpool away is not overly ideal. But then he's got Olympiacos away, Monaco at home, and Benfica away. It's pretty good. Pretty good. It's like just a bit of a mixed bag for Hodgson, but in reality, he's only 4.5, so why not? And Bellanova, I mean, Inter's run a fixture. Hold on. It is Inter, isn't he? He plays for Atlanta. And he's really attacking. Like, they've got pretty nice fixtures as well throughout the group stage. So there's no reason not to take a chance on him either, I don't think. So I think they all kind of make sense in their own right. Yeah. Dan Burn could be good, though. Like, 4.5. You could. What's Nuno Mendes? What's he got? So Leverkusen away, Bayern Munich at home. I mean, it's a pretty tough group stage for PSG, let's be honest. How many clean sheets are they really going to keep against Barcelona away, Leverkusen away, and Bayern Munich at home? Probably none. Maybe it's better to go for Dan Burn instead of Nuno Mendes. De Vrij from Inter a steal with those fixtures for 4.5. Yeah. Oh, on Aussie Cable. Bateman, very good question. I've got a Fire Stick, but so I don't actually pay anything other than some bloke that I pay about 60 quid a year to watch all the channels. But I do have through my phone here, I pay an extra $10 a month, which is about 5 quid. And that gives me Stan Sport, which gives me all the Premier League games on my phone and all the Champions League games and all the European games actually on my phone. So for $10 a month, which is a fiver, yeah, it's pretty good value. It's pretty good value. It has to be said. Yeah, Fire Stick's definitely the way. Has to be the way. I know it's dodgy, but mate, they charge an absolute fortune to watch live football. It's criminal. Absolutely criminal. Over here in Australia, so the main game here is AFL, and there are 5 games a week on free-to-air TV. So you don't have to pay anything for it. As long as you've got a TV. You don't even need to pay for a TV license in Australia. It's free to have a TV here. Yeah, it's pretty damn cheap, let's be honest. It's very, very cheap. So yeah, I remember in the UK, I didn't realise this. I'd never heard of a Fire Stick before. And when I lived there, I used to pay 25 quid a month for Now TV because I didn't have I had an Xbox. So I bought Now TV through the Xbox so I could watch 4 Premier League games a week or whatever it was. Then I bought BT Sport for another 25 quid a month to watch the Champions League because back then Man United were in it, or they were in the Europa League, whatever it was. Whenever I was in the UK, that's what it was. And that was 50 quid a month. And I worked out it was like $100 a month. And I couldn't even watch every game. Whereas over here, I paid $10 a month and I can watch every single Champions League game, every single Premier League game. We get all the 3 p.m. games. That's why I do the Goal Rush live watch-alongs, because I'm actually able to watch all the games. And then, but I don't even live in the country. It makes no sense. But it is what it is. I'm just glad that I can watch it all, which is good. Actually, also as well, Bateman. Yeah, I know there's no free ones there. So since Channel 9 owns Stan Sport, and 1 game a week, it's actually the early kickoff on Saturday, is free on national TV over here. So ironically, Man United versus Brentford was free on national TV in Australia on Saturday night. The public got treated to an absolute crap show, let's be honest, but it was free. So that was interesting in and of itself. I reckon we might roll with this team. This actual team, I'm actually quite happy with this team. I think it looks pretty good anyway. All right, it's about 44 minutes to the deadline now. If I've worked it out, no, 43. It's 2 past midnight here now. Crazy. I'm excited to watch some Champions League. I haven't watched Champions League football since the final last season. So, I mean, there's only been 1 match day since then, but that's probably why. Oh, good evening, Donald McDonald. Good to see you, buddy. I use pirated websites. Very good, amazing, Johnny. Love to see it. Get the robot out of your team. He's got to be in there. He's got to be in there. I've got Doku in. I've got Doku in as a bit of a differential. It's pretty much my team. Harves has coached me into his own team. I'm copycatting someone. 1 CL game this week on Amazon Prime. Yes, 1 game. That's fantastic stuff. I've got Prime over here. Prime's actually more expensive than bloody Stan Sport. The Premier League don't televise Saturday 3 p.m. games in case all 53 million of us can travel to the game and fit in the stadium. I think that they're looking to change the rules on the 3 p.m. games for next season. But it's like the likes of Burnley and that stopped it from going through. Like, remember during the COVID years, the only good thing about COVID is that they put all the games on TV. Like every single Premier League game was back on TV, which was fantastic. You could just watch your team every single week on TV. You still had to pay for it, obviously, but at least you could watch it. Whereas I've never understood the 3 p.m. blackout at all in the Premier League. I was like, that's my favourite time of the week normally on a weekend is the 3 p.m. kickoffs, because I get to watch 5 games, sometimes 5 games, all at once, and the goals just normally they keep coming. They have the last couple of weeks. The week before that, 3 weeks ago, it was pretty boring, let's be honest. But this week, it's actually Sunday. Sunday, there's 4 games on, I think, at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. From memory, 4 games on at 2 p.m. in the afternoon, which is nuts. Watch along tonight, potentially. I'll see how I feel. It'll be a late. I've got it all ready to go, but I'd need to see if I make 3 o'clock first, which is when they start. So it'll be 3 a.m. over here. I'm on school holidays, and I've been going to bed the last couple of nights at 5 a.m. So there's every chance that I will make it. I just want to sit there and make sure I do make it before I say, yes, I'm doing one. But if you see me live, I am doing one. So keep your eye out for that, because potentially I might be. I'll probably get more money for the TV rights. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, probably. I use a VPN to go to Ukraine and pay off all my subscriptions with their horribly inflated currency. Get Prime for £2 a month. VPNs are the way to go. Honestly, they are definitely the way to go, 100%. I haven't watched a live PL game in years. This is FPL Bateman keeps the tight grip on the household purse strings. Oh, that's fair. That's fair. I mean, Ashley, my missus, she sits there and she goes, she actually quizzed me the other week. She goes, I've got a Fire Stick. Why are you paying $10 a month so you can watch you can have Stan Sport? And I was like, because when I'm on my computer and I'm doing the live watch-alongs, I would need to bring my Fire Stick and plug it in here. And to plug it into the back of the monitor is an absolute pain in the ass. And I was like, why would I do that when I can just open up Stan Sport on the internet and watch it straight on my computer? And she goes, that's a fair point. I was like, it's only $10 a month. It's like literal pocket change. I washed my hair before. I feel like I haven't washed it properly enough. It feels greasy still. No one wants to know that. I'm just sharing a bit too much information there. Also, I might need my glasses on here. All you need is a dodgy website and a VPN. So, exactly. Couldn't agree more. Could not agree more. I'm excited though. On Sunday, I'm off to Bali for a week. Also, my mate that was meant to be here, his missus' visa still hasn't been granted, so now they've gone to Thailand instead, and I'm like kind of envious that they're in Thailand, and I'm stuck here. So originally I was meant to be with them all week and in Esperance, so instead I'm here. And otherwise I would have been in Esperance tonight, and there is no way I would be doing this right now. But I'm actually at home, and I'm completely bored, so I thought, why not? Why not do one? And I get the chat to help me out with my team, which they've done a fantastic job of. And now we roll, and we hope that the team comes in good. There we go. Actually, I'm just going to quickly respond to a message I got. $3 p.m. kickoff is like the TV license. I actually couldn't believe. I didn't realize that this was actually a thing. So when I moved to the UK, the first thing I did, right, I went down because I was like, oh, there's two things I need in life. I need my Xbox and I need a TV. So I went down to, what are they called? Curry's? Is that the store that's in, like, quite often in with like a Sainsbury's? I'm sure it was a Curry's. And I looked up their TVs and I was like, oh, I need a TV. Let's get a TV. So I got a 32-inch because I was like, they'll do the job just as long as... No, it was a 42-inch, sorry. 42-inch. I was like, they'll do. I'm used to a 60-inch, but I'm not paying that much money because I don't know how long we're going to be here, but I'm getting a 42-inch. So I got a 42-inch, took it home into this little one bed in like a share house in London. And I was like, going, all right, I'm going to whack it in there, going to get the Xbox, set it up, I'm going to watch my TV that I want, and then whatever. Oh, Argos. That's the one, Argos. It's Argos, yep. I thought, Curry's doesn't sound right. I don't think I got it from there. But yes, Argos, that's the one. So I went to Argos, got that, and me and my mate Alan, we literally carried it down the... People would know Alan from last year. He helped on quite a lot in some of my videos on Deadline streams. He helped me pick it up, and we walked it from Argos up the hill in St. Anne's Hill and into the flat. And I remember I must have had that TV, I reckon, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks. And then we get a letter through the door. We detected there is a TV in this apartment. Have you bought your TV license? I'm like, oh, are you kidding me? How do they know I've got a TV? They can't see it from the street. I haven't got a cable plugged in or whatever. I've literally just got an Xbox plugged into the TV. How do they know I've got a TV in the building? So I said I didn't have a TV. And then they kept on coming back with more letters. We're still detecting that you've got a TV in your apartment. I was like going, can they actually fine you for this? And I was like, and then I went to work because I was like, I had no clue. I was like, what is a TV license? Why do you need a TV license? You can buy a TV. Like, I've got the TV. Why would I need a license? And then they basically said it was to do with the BBC or some nonsense like this. And I was like, oh, that's just stealing money, isn't it? What do I get for buying a TV license? BBC. I don't even watch the BBC. So yeah, that was interesting. No, they didn't take an address. Did not take an address halves. I literally just went in there. I was like, going, all right, here's the cash. Gave them the cash. And then, yeah, I just took the TV. No delivery address because we picked it up. That's why we picked it up. So I didn't give a delivery address because I'd heard about this TV license nonsense. So unless they followed me that night when I was carrying the TV to the flat, I've got no idea how they knew that it was there. How's the Foden captain taking you? He's taken me well in this game because he's not in the team. When we moved into our last place, we had a TV license guy turn up on the day when we were getting off. Oh, no way. That is ridiculous. As if. It's like they just know. It's like they just know. BBC iPlayer asked if I had a license. -1 ticked yes, as I have a driving license. Love it. Even cash to no trace law. That's weird. I know, that's what I thought. I was like, going, how are they tracking this? There must be like a chip. There must be chips inserted into the TV. And when you take the TV into a building, the chip must flash off and then they know, boom, that guy's got a TV. That's what I reckon it is. I reckon that's probably what it is. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong. The wife had sorted it and showed him the email. Lovely stuff. If you do Gula to Mascherano, you could fit Foden in. Who's Mascherano? Oh, my God. That's another guy that Real Madrid bought, isn't it? Is he even playing? I feel like that guy's got to be a rotation risk, surely, though. Made my 2 transfers. My team went from Kane, Mbappe, Haaland, Rafinha and friends, to Kane, Mbappe, Haaland, Yamal and friends. Nice. Nice. I like it. There's no Mbumo in this game either. I know. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord there's no Mbumo. Thankfully, there's no Man United players I can fall into the trap of buying, thinking that they're good assets. I tell you what, if Foden and Mbumo and Bruno don't deliver this week, they might be getting shown the exit door from the D-Unit's team very quickly, I reckon, over the international break, let's be honest. It's another Madrid player. He's starting and only costs 4.5 and he looks decent. Yeah, he played for who did he play for in the Club World Cup? River Plate. He played for River Plate. That's the one. Good luck to all. Haaland early sub from FPL. I like it. I like it. Yes. Yes. Can do all sorts these days. Was an electronics engineer in Air Force for 30 years. The equipment on aircraft could even tell you what channel you were watching. There we go. See, I told you. There's a chip inside the TVs that's literally just doing that. I put money on it right now. Put money on it. Madrid fixtures are a bit poo is the problem, yeah. Yeah, could do, Avi. Yeah, but imagine being shown the X door after being taken on a wild card. Come on, Darius, that's brutal. I mean, you either put up or you put out, or you ship off and you ship out. And if they're not shipping in, they're shipping out. Probably free hitting this week in FPL. What's your target 11 off the top of your head? For FPL this week. Haaland, Foden, Doku, 3. Mbumo. Ollie Watkins, that's 5. Ollie Watkins. Sheshko, that's 6. No, we need 3 defenders in there somewhere. Let's go with Senesi, Martinez in goal, Gabriel, Calafiori, and then some bozo in midfield, Declan Rice. There you go. I think that's 11 players. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. That is 11 players. That's a 3-4-3 formation I just cooked together in my head without actually looking at the fixtures, but I'm pretty confident that's a 3-4-3 that works. 83 points in FPL this week. Happy with that. Yeah, ooh, Hawkeye, very nice. Very nice stuff. Yeah. I have to show you guys something, right? I have to show you guys something. Hold on. Let me just open it up on another screen. Bear with me 1 second. Hopefully this works because I think it should be in the right spot. Let's have a look if it is. All right, let's move tab to new window. Sorry, bear with me 1 second. I have to show you guys this. Fantasy Premier League. All right, let's go here. And let's sign out. I would go suck on free hit, I think. Wow, thanks. Already thinking of 7 of the 11 you mentioned. Think I will go through of it. Very nice. Yeah, it was. Yeah, I don't even know how I managed to think of that off the top of my head. I was like, going, hold on. I feel like I've actually done the correct formation. Then I was like, oh, I have. There we go. Here we go. All right, let's sign in here. Look at this team, guys. This is my bus team. I'm going to quickly show it to you. I don't normally share it, but I thought I'd do it just to show you the kind of nonsense that you can get lucky with, right? Hopefully this looks okay. So this is my team, my other team that I'm playing the game very differently with. And I got 71 points this week. I've not made a single transfer with this team the entire season. And I've got, it's currently got a rank of 1,005,000. 1,005,000. Now, some people might not have seen this because of the fact they might not have watched Monday's video. But this is the D-Unit bus team. And the idea was, I completely forgot it was game week 6. And I was just doing every 5 weeks when it rolled 5 free transfers, I was going to make 5 different changes. And so I played this team very differently to how I'm playing my actual team. But I just want to show you how ridiculously lucky this is. I have not changed the formation. I've not changed the bench order any single week this season. And it got 71. Oh, I'll just make that minimized so you can see it a little bit better. Hold on. This is the formation. So the only difference is that Palmer is normally on field and Rice is first on the bench. So you're not going to believe how lucky this nonsense is. So check out how the kind of luck this team has had all season long. Bear with me 1 second. Make that a bit smaller so you can actually see what's going on. All right, so game week 6. So in game week 1, this is what the team looked like. Hold on. All right, game week 1, 56 points. That's exactly the same team I picked there, right? 56 points, game week 1. That was it. Hold on, I'll just quickly pull that in again so you can actually see the top bit. All right, so 56 points, game week 1. Hold on, I need one more. There we go. That should be better. All right, 56 points. There you go. So we started off 56 points. Now, this is hilarious. Now, this is the kind of nonsense I was talking about in that video about having luck on your side. So obviously I was a little unlucky here. Benched Rice 6 points, but knew nothing about it. In game week 2, Palmer didn't play right. Rice comes off the bench for 6 points. He comes off the bench for 6 points. So 6 points comes off the bench for Palmer. And we just kept Haaland captain the whole way through, right? No changes here at all. Verts has been stinking up the gaff the entire time. Go to game week 3, it gets even more jammy. It gets even more jammy. So in game week 3, Strand Larsen and Palmer both don't play. This week, Rice comes off the bench for 4 points and Truffett comes off the bench with 7. And then Juve obviously gets to 10 points, 67 points game week 3. It's killing it. Go to game week 4. Again, Rice comes off the bench. This time, not quite as lucky, a 1-pointer. But again, it's just one of those things. But Palmer obviously played, so he got 7 points. That was quite nice. Then in game week 5, Palmer stinks it up, gets the 1-pointer. But Truffett comes off the bench with 9 points for Goalkeeper, who didn't play. Like, this is just unbelievable luck, if ever I've seen it. And then game week 6 again, Rice comes off the bench with 9 points for Palmer. I'm just showing this basically just to show what it looks like when your team just gets incredibly lucky. So that team, no transfers made at all, 1 million rank, every single chip in hand. I've now made the 5 free transfers this week. So the team looks substantially different for game week 7. But that was the plan. Roll 5 free transfers. Then when we get to 5, make them all and adjust it on players that look good. So if you want to know what it looks like for game week 7, this is what it looks like for game week 7. So we're bought in Gabriel, Senesi, and now we've still got the Kuiper and Juve because I feel like they're still going to be really good. We've got Bruno, Enzo, Foden, Semenyo, and Rice. And then we've got Haaland still the captain, Bowen, and Igor Jesus I bought in for Strand Larsen because it made the team work. And that's how we're going to leave it for the next 5 weeks and see how it rolls. Again, we're just going to leave the captain on Haaland. Not going to change anything in that team. Bruno's going to be the vice captain, and we'll see how it goes the next 5 weeks. See if it's just as lucky as the first 5. I just wanted to share that with you. So that was interesting. There we go. Back to the UCL. But yeah, quite hilarious, I thought. I'm not doing a watch along for the Madrid game, no. No, definitely not going to do the Madrid game. I might do the 3 p.m. game. So Madrid versus Karat, not going to do. Club Brugge versus London, not going to do. But I might do the 3 p.m. goal rush, which would be all these fixtures. Bodo Glimt, Tottenham, Chelsea, Benfica, Paphos, Bayern Munich, Atletico Madrid, Frankfurt, Marseille, Ajax, Galatasaray, Liverpool, and Inter Slavia Prague. I might do all them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games all at once. Man, there's going to be a goal flashing off every 5 seconds. It's going to be mad. New way to play, less hassle. Yeah, exactly, Donald. They have a database that keeps an up-to-date list of houses that have a current TV license. Then they send a van around that can allegedly pick up the electronic. See, I told you, there's a chip inside the TV, boys. There's a chip inside the TV. You put money on it. Do you have an AI team that's ranked at 2.7 million like Hubs? No, Bateman, I don't. It's mad that it's rated like 1 mil, and there's no transfers made. I thought I'd do it differently because at the start of the year, I said to a couple of mates, I was like, going, look, I'm doing my team, and this is my team. Like I talk about my team. I'm very invested in my team. And hold on, turn that down. Why am I getting notifications through my glasses? That's weird. Yeah, and then I've lost my train of thought now. So but I did say I was like going, look, I'm going to do a different team. I'm not going to like share anything about it unless it's relevant later in the season when I feel like luck is very much involved. And I'm just going to roll every 5 weeks and then just make transfers. And on the odd week when I make the transfers or whatever, I'll play a chip between now and game week 19. So the next time I do it, I'll either play the bench boost that week or I'll play the triple captain. And then the 5 weeks later, I'll do the exact same thing. It might stuff. I think I've worked it out that when you get the 5 free transfers from the African Cup of Nations, that'll be the week where I make the 5 free transfers. So then that will automatically go back up to 5. So there'll be 2 weeks in a row where I make 10 transfers over 2 weeks. That's the plan with it. Just playing the game completely differently with a different set of rules. But I just thought I'd share it because I thought it was hilarious. And one of my mates said, you could probably win FPL from that position since you've used no chips. And you've got 5 free transfers. Like you never know. You could be right. The AI team is higher ranked than the cartels. Mate. Well, the cartel. I thought it was really funny. I don't know who shared it. I don't know if Bateman shared it or someone else shared it on X. Like they had literally, I think it was FPL Raptor, FPL Harry, Praz. I can't remember. There's a bunch of other ones in there. And they all had 66 points this week. I mean, if you're making content and you all have the exact same team, all scoring the exact same points, you're all going to be very non-relevant very quickly because people only need to watch one of you. So unless you're literally doing the exact same thing, I don't know why. I don't know why they're doing it. Like, and the worst thing is that we all know they're in a WhatsApp chat group together. How they're not communicating this and realizing it's probably bad for them long term. I mean, maybe it's not bad for them long term. I don't know, but it seems like a dumb decision to me. But then again, maybe that's a bit too obvious. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. All right, so we've got 20 minutes till the deadline now. Make sure you've got your teams locked in. Make sure you press the button at the bottom that says save or whatever it is. Surely you can just wildcard and pretend this was always your team. Oh, halves. It's really bloody hilarious, right? So I think, hold on, where's that? Hold on, I'll just pull up the other screen again for a second. So Yeah, you're right. I could literally have sat there. I could have wildcarded, right? And wildcarded into this team because I don't actually show anything that actually has my team name on it. Other than the fact that in my mini league, which is like the head-to-head league, you know that that's my team because that's actually my team and it's called, the cards calls Trump All. But you can obviously tell this is my team because I've actually got my name on it there as well. So it's not like I'm just making this up. Yeah, that is actually my team. It's just, I'm just playing the game differently for that one. But yeah, I just thought it was interesting. I thought I'd share. And it's a bit of a bonus because like this is like an ad hoc stream. It's not a normal one. So I thought I'd just share it with them, with the people that were kind enough to join. Do we get like a halftime Pudge montage? Oh my God, halves. I will tell you, this is really funny, right? So last night I was sitting there and I've got a couple of really good gaming mates I used to play Dota with all the time. And they said for years that I should have just been playing Dota and like just live streaming it because they said when you get excited about some of your gameplay, it's pretty funny to watch. And I was like, oh, you know what? I was like, I asked the chat and there was about 60 odd people that voted for me to play a game of Dota, like during the Forest and the Sunderland game. So I thought, stuff it, let's do it, eh? So we did. And I was like going. So I actually clipped up the bit where I said, I'm going to get first blood here. Watch this, boys. And then I get down, and then when I landed that hook, and then we chased him up that hill, and I was like, here we go, first blood, and then I got it, and I was like, I said it to my mate, and he goes, only you could sit there and say you were going to do something like that and actually deliver it live. And I was like, yeah, I was like, I was just one of them games where I was on point. I was like, I walked away on like 10 HP on like 4 separate occasions before unfortunately the team sucked, and I couldn't carry that team with that hero. I needed like an ultra carry, and Pudge sadly he's not an ultra carry, and the team that I had were just rubbish. But it was pretty funny. I enjoyed that. It was really good. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. All the same players except one bench player. I mean, that's not playing the game, is it, Bateman? It's not. They have a solid following and are scared of doing something different as they might be chucked out of their clique. Yeah, exactly. You're right. FPL Harry at least has a background in sports psychology, and he sometimes explains bias and facalities, which helps me to make better decisions. So to me, he's the unique one within the cartel. Yet fair. Do you mean Raptor or Harry? Because I thought Raptor was the one with a sports psychology degree. I find Raptor's the only one I've ever heard talk about psychology. I could be wrong. I didn't realize Harry had. Of all of them, I actually prefer listening to Ross the most as well. So shout out to Ross. I find him the most engaging to listen to. The others I actually really struggle with. But that's just me. I was one of the yes voters. Was the first blood call was the best. I know, I couldn't believe it. Yeah. Raptor. It's definitely Raptor. It's definitely him. He's got the sports psychology. I've just had a notification on my screen flick up saying so-and-so is playing Dota 2. I won't lie. I'm kind of tempted to play a game now. I'm not going to lie. I'll probably watch the Real Madrid Karat team, and I'll probably be playing a game of Dota at the same time. But when it gets to the 3 p.m. games, because there's so many games on, I'll have the goal rush on and then just hopefully watch all the goals. It should be all right. Hello, Shinji dude. Right, pal, I'm off to watch the football. Send the GC a message if you do the goal rush later. There, I'll be there. No problem at all. I'll let you know for sure. Always like to go a little different, so do my own thing. Cartel template teams are so inspiring. I agree. I just looked at it. The problem is, it's not even their own idea. That's the problem. Like Praz is a really good manager in his own right, but he literally is backing Solio. So he is looking at their data. He has to back in those picks because that's his thing. If he didn't back in their picks, there's no way he'd be able to convince anyone to go and use the platform. So it's like he unfortunately is obliged to do it. Whereas the rest, I've got no idea. They all use FPL Review, 100%, because Trig uses FPL Review, and I know Gary does as well from the FPL Pubcast, and they tell me what the review template team is. And it was pretty much the team they all wildcarded into. So it's not even like they're picking the players themselves. They're not doing I actually don't think they watch many games of football. is my honest answer, because if they did, they would know that Ilian and Dye is not a good pick. He's actually not. I think I've watched most of the Everton games this year, and I've been very uninspired by him in general. He again went missing, and I feel like Tyler Dibbling is literally playing on his same position like he came on for him, and Tyler Dibbling looked a boatload better than Dye did for me. Yeah, you too, Bad. Have a good night as well. Would love to watch you stream Football Manager if you know the game. Yeah, I love Football Manager. So back in the day, what year was it? Hold on. So Football Manager's been around a very, very long time. Anyone know when it first came out, Football Manager? The year. So I played it when I could actually pick myself in the game. That's how good Football Manager is. So it used to cover like all the different leagues from like every country or whatever. And it had the Australian WA National Premier League in it, I feel. That might have been the one. National Premier League, something like that. And yeah, I remember I was in it and I picked myself and I actually became a half decent player in Football Manager, which was pretty funny. I think I got like 70 odd rating from like in the game. I was like 50 odd. I don't know. I can't remember. I think it's the same. I think it's the same game. I could be wrong. Who do you think will win the UCL this season? Shinji, dude. I feel like PSG still have a very good squad. I would not be surprised if they went back to back, but you can't write off Real Madrid. They just have an uncanny knack of winning in Europe. So I reckon one of those two. Love the entire blank last night. I was epic. I watched it this morning, Bateman, and there was nothing more that inspired me more than watching how bad and anonymous he was in that game. Everton attacker, the only good for a fifth midfielder. Let's be exactly. Wouldn't have an Ndiaye Grealish starting always. Yeah, exactly. I think you're just better off getting a cheap. Actually, I think of all the Everton midfielders you should be looking at, it's actually probably James Garner. 5 million, doesn't get booked. He's already got a goal, already got an assist. He's racked up the DEFCON in 3 of the 6 games as well. I covered him today in today's differentials because everyone's banging on about Ndiaye and bloody Grealish. Garner's actually beaten them all. So, and he's only cost 5 mil. And no one's mentioned him all this season. Football Manager 26 out on the 4th of November. Very nice. All these guys have fingers and pies that they have to sell, whether it's Hub or Scout or Solio. Yeah, exactly, Bateman. That's half the issue. I was like, going when so Fantasy Football Hub actually asked me to be an affiliate this year. And I just turned around and said, yep, thank you. And then I looked at like all the other people peddling it. I was like, going, I'm sick of seeing people do 2 minutes about Fantasy Football Hub in their videos. I was like, that is 2 minutes of my life I'll never get back. So I can't subject people to that. And if I don't think it's a good thing, I'm definitely not promoting it. And I don't think the only good thing about Fantasy Football Hub, I find, is it used to be the live rank, but even the live rank's quite often inaccurate. So I don't actually know what's good about it. You're better off using live FPL. That's what I use. But I'm not promoting anything, but that's the only thing I use for price changes and live rank. Those are the only 2 AI things I use. And I'm just intrigued to know what the live rank is before the end of the game week. And I like knowing what the price changes are so I can work out whether I need to make an early move or not. Other than that, I've got no interest in any AI help or program at all. I played since Football Manager 08. Yeah, so it's been around a long time. They really scared me into the Ndiaye pick, especially when I was eyeing Enzo and Sarah as alternatives. Enzo and Sarah are just so much better. Like, if you're paying for that price, that's the one thing I did not understand. They're all sitting here. I watched a couple of their videos last week, and they basically said that the best 6.5 million midfielder in the game is Ndiaye. And I was like, I don't know what game you guys are watching, but he is definitely not the best 6.5 million midfielder. That is by far and away Ismaila Sarr. Enzo would be very close at number 2, and I don't even think Ndiaye comes in the top 5. It's because they don't watch the games of football. I can tell you straight off the bat. If they watched that Everton game this morning, they'd be transferring Ndiaye out this week because he was anonymous. He was absolutely anonymous for most of the game. Lakey, I want to add Yamal to my team. Yeah, Yamal's pretty banging, isn't he? I bet he's quite expensive though, I think. He's not cheap. I'm quite happy with the way the team looks. We'll see how it goes this week, and then we'll make a decision whether we need to make any moves next week or not. 10 minutes to the deadline. Make sure you've got all your moves locked in. Also, it's really hard doing UCL Fantasy on an FPL channel because YouTube gets a bit confused, I think, with where you want the stuff to go. So it's quite funny. Unless people actually follow me for FPL, it's actually very hard for new people to find it that play UCL, I think. But it's just one of those things. I just thought I'd do it for a bit of fun. Bound to your narrative. Yeah. Stonewalling Hub. Yeah, man. People should not be paying money for anything. I will not encourage anyone to go to a website and pay money for anything. I don't even encourage people to pay me money, let alone go to somewhere else and pay someone else some money. Stuff that. Why would I do that? It's horrible. Plus, anyone that goes and spend money on Fantasy Football Hub is doing themselves a big disservice because you're not going to get money for value. You're just going to get ripped off. There's the extra, yep. I think Kane will not play more than 45 minutes. Captain Mbappe is better option. Yeah, potentially Elsev. You could be right. But, I mean, Kane could score a hat-trick in 45 minutes against that team, I reckon. So maybe he does. He'll probably start. Even if he doesn't, there's plenty of options for captaincy tomorrow, so I'm not overly concerned about that. I feel like Haaland against Monaco is a very good captain tomorrow as well. So it's a risk I'm willing to take, and we'll see if it pays off tonight, I suppose. Yeah, true. Yeah, exactly. I know. Paying money for a website for them to tell you transfer this to that, crazy to think, just watch some games. Exactly. And like, that's why I'm sitting there, I'm like going, quite often on deadline streams and people come in and go, who do you think out of, like, for example, let's say it's Enzo and Sarr. Like in the top of my head, I'm like going, I think potentially it might be Sarr. But that quite often, I'll just defer to the card because I don't want to sit there and influence people one way or the other because at the end of the day, I obviously have my own conceptual bias from the games that I've actually watched, which will make me think that certain players are better than others, which is why I don't like Anderson as a pick. He plays in a crap defence. He doesn't keep clean sheets and he has no attacking potential. So for me, that it just equals bad player. Whereas I sit there and listen to every other content creator tell me that Anderson's a good pick and I'm like, no, he's not. You guys don't watch the games. He's a really bad pick. They do not keep clean sheets. Where's the upside? I mean, I can guarantee you Anderson will score over 6 points in less than 6 games this season. And he's already had one of them. I reckon. I'll be shocked if I'm wrong. I'm not captaining Mbappe because I'm going to captain Harry Kane instead. Because I think... So Real Madrid go to this place called Karat Almaty, which I'm not sure where they are, but apparently there's high altitude there. So there's every chance it's not as high a scoring game as people potentially think it might be. That's why. That's the only reason why, and it's only because someone in the chat said so. Hub were charging £42 a month for one tier last season. What? What do you get for £42 a month? That's more than... You're better off paying like £50 a month to watch the football. Let alone paying £42 a month for what exactly? I want to know what's covered in that. £42 a month. The scary thing is that people are actually paying it. That's concerning, isn't it, when you think about it? £42 a month and people are actually paying it. Defensive contribution points such as... I don't know what I think about it, mate. The more I watch the football each week, the more I get less excited about the DC points. Like, it's just not enjoyable, like, watching players hoping they get that last one or whatever. Like, it's not what FPL's ever been about. And now it's about it. I think it's also being overblown as well, if I'm being honest. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. We've got 5 minutes to the deadline now, so make sure you've got your teams locked in if you haven't already. Kane captain. We'll see if I've got it right. Last week it was Kane beating Mbappe by a couple of points. I'll be interested to see if he does the same again tonight or not. Or if the what do you call it? What is it? The altitude actually does play a part or not. That will also be interesting. There we go. Chinese border. So it's a long flight as well. It's halfway towards my world, where I currently reside. It's more than halfway. China. Actually, China's quite big, isn't it? It's I know where it is. It's near that border. How far away would that be? It's probably halfway between here and Spain, I think, give or take. £42 a month included an invite to their end of season get together. So they can shake hands with big man Bakar. I'm being rude now, aren't I? I'm being rude now. I'll take that back. I'm sure he's a great man to shake hands with. Just wish he put a bit more effort into his content. And have players on your bench playing on the second day. Yeah. Yep. Yep. I've got the... Yeah, I wish FPL did that, where you could sit there and do manual subs. I would never have benched Bowen's points or Mukiele's points this week. They would have been on the field if there was manual subs. Another chat like that comment about big man Bakar, obviously. Funny times. Funny times. Hope he's not watching this. All right, 3 minutes. I think that's it. I think I'm happy with that. Bring Calafiori off the bench tomorrow. Actually, I need to change that again. It's really concerning when I can't see the dates. Yeah, there we go. That's all right. Very good. Kane gets DC points and Mbappe doesn't. There you go. Is the name of the team based in Almaty near to the Kazakh border? There we go. Kazakh border. The Kazakhstan. Was Borat from Kazakhstan? Was that where he was meant to be from? It was from one of the Stan countries. There's 5 of them. Because there's a place in the world where you can go and there's somewhere where you can stand and you literally can be across all 5. Well, you can't be because you can only have 1 foot in each one. But technically speaking, they all intersect in this one spot. I think potentially you can put your foot on one and you're touching all 5 or something. I'm glad I was adding Bowen to my team in Game Week 4. I mean, Bowen's been mad. I'm shocked that I sold him. I wish I hadn't. Alan Youth, good luck, Darius. Hope you hit the 100 this week. Thank you very much, buddy. Hope you do as well. Good luck to your CL match day. Yes, you too. Good luck, everyone. Yep. Borat, my goat. He was class, man. I enjoyed watching that. It was brilliant. It was brilliant. We've got 1 minute to the deadline now, and we're going to wrap it up very shortly after that. And then I might potentially be back in 2 hours and 15 minutes for a 3 a.m., which will be 8 p.m. UK time. What too long? We'll see. We'll see how we go. See how energetic I am and how awake I am at 3 p.m., I reckon. And we'll go from there. Yeah. So yeah, that's it. I reckon we should be good. Good luck, everybody. I think that is now the deadline. I've got it just turned over to 1:45 here in Australia. So it should, in theory, be the start of the Real Madrid versus Karat game and the Atlanta versus Club Brugge game. So I'm going to go over and watch that now. You guys have a good evening. If I'm not back for the 3 a.m., 8 p.m. games, I will see you all maybe tomorrow. Otherwise, have a good evening and good luck in match day 2. Hopefully, we get 100 points. Come on, we can feel it. Good luck to everyone. I'll catch you all very soon.